So the real Buddhist saint should be understood, or the real accomplishment of wisdom should be understood, by the realization and the practice of Four Noble Truths, originally taught in Buddhism. This sutta is hard to understand in one go. However, if studied carefully, the sutta helps us develop the idea that the modern-day concept of comparing Buddhism with other religions is not theoretically correct. Every religion has its unique features, and so has Buddhism. Four Noble Truths. For one, during his brief stay in the island, Arahant Mahinda made use of 5 works of the Pali canons: Kalahathipadotama Sutta, Majjhima Nikaya I-3, 7, Padavathu and Vimanavathu, 2 books of Khuddaka Nikaya's short volume on celestial and ghostly mansions, Devaduta Sutta on heavenly messengers, Majjhima Nikaya 3-3, 10, and Balapandita Sutta on wise and fool, Majjhima Nikaya 3-3. 9. The whole royal family of King Devanampiatissa is said to have become Buddhists following these sermons. Some family members, in fact, attained the first stage of sainthood, Sotapanna. Confirmed, confident Sotapanna is the stream winner, which literally means entering the stream. He eradicates the first 3 fetters: belief in an individual self, sakayaditi, doubt or uncertainty, especially about the teachings, vishakisha, and attachment to rites and rituals, silabhata paramaso. The rest goes as sensual desire, kamashando, ill will, vyapata, lust for material existence and rebirth, ruparago, lust for immaterial existence and rebirth in a formless realm, aruparago, conceit, mano, restlessness, adaka, and ignorance, avidya. The Sotapanna is named after a simile that compares attaining nibbana with crossing a stream and reaching the farthest shore. Sotapanna, hence, is the first, followed by 3 stages: Sakardagami, once returner, Anagami, non-returner, and Arahant, totally awakened. One sublime reason for the solid establishment of Buddhism in Sri Lanka is Arahant Mahinda's skillful choice of works from the Pali canons. His mission in sailing for Sri Lanka was more than just converting another royal clan into Buddhism. This fact is clearly corroborated, as the Arahant did not get to the conversion business right away. His first requirement was inquiring intellectual capacity of the chief of state with the history's first recorded famous intelligence quotient on trees and relatives. Elephant footprint. With this in the setting, Kalahathipadotama Sutta, Majjhima Nikaya Sutta 27, a minor discourse on the simile of elephant footprints, is an interesting study. Linguistically, hathi, pada and opama mean elephant, foot and simile respectively in Pali. The source is based on a conversation between 2 Brahmins, non-Buddhists, Pilatika and Janasoni. Pilatika, though not a perfect Buddhist convert, describes his pleasant feelings about Buddhist philosophy and its followers to Janasoni, making the latter get fascinated in a follow-up. An inquiring-minded Janasoni raises the issue of Buddha's claim to be an enlightened being. Simply put, the learned Brahmin questions Buddha's feet of wisdom, to which Pilatika brings out a simile of an elephant. Quote, Suppose a wise elephant woodsman were to enter an elephant wood and were to see in the elephant wood a big elephant's footprint, long in extent and broad across. He would come to the conclusion, indeed, this is a Bible elephant. So too, when I saw 4 footprints of the recluse Gautam, I came to the conclusion, the Blessed One is fully enlightened, the Dhamma is well proclaimed by thee. Blessed One, the Sangha is practicing the good way. Translation by Venerables Nanamuli and Bodhi. Rebuttals. The Buddha's footprints, Pilatika notices, involve the non-Buddhist scholars thinking about raising a particular set of questions and getting armed with rebuttals for obvious answers. Pilatika joyously explains how he sees the same scholars becoming the Buddha's disciples. Pilatika's argument is that he has the capacity to measure Buddha's accomplishment of wisdom by seeing his disciples. Janasoni could be made satisfied by Pilotika's explanations, but it reflects the modern-day misunderstanding of Buddhism. Buddhism is generally understood as the fact that the true Buddhist stays away from basic sins such as slaughter, stealth, non-celibacy, false speech and alcohol consumption. The core of the teachings, however, is far deeper. Saintly choice Arhat Mahinda's choice shows the clear difference he wanted to point out between a normal saint and a Buddhist saint. The best way to see the truth is walking from darkness up into the light. Janasoni was enlightened when he heard the Buddha's expanded version of elephant footprint simile. Just because the footprint was large in length and breadth, it does not help picture the big elephant. There can be dwarf female elephants with feet large in length and breadth. Likewise, there can be other non-Buddhist saints who stay away from the sins. Most sins are listed in the sutta. A big elephant is fathomed only by seeing the whole being. So the real Buddhist saint should be understood, or the real accomplishment of wisdom should be understood, by the realization and the practice of Four Noble Truths, originally taught in Buddhism. The sutta is hard to understand in one go. However, if studied carefully, the sutta helps us develop the idea that the modern-day concept of comparing Buddhism with other religions is not theoretically correct. Every religion has its unique features, and so has Buddhism. Four Noble Truths, for one. Although the message seems simple and clear, it is hard to convince it to a run-of-the-mill. It is this background that led, or forced, Arhat Mahinda to inquire the intellectual capacity of King Devanampiadisa to get the message. Many scholars, especially Westerners, entertain the theory that Buddhism encourages only the saintly life. Arhat Mahinda gives the lie to this famous misconception with his subsequent sermons of Pedavathu, Kamanavathu, Devaduta Sutta and Balapandita Sutta, which mostly discuss the way a Buddhist should behave as a lay person. For instance, Pedavathu illustrates the fate of evildoers and Kamanavathu focuses on what the virtuous can await.